I'm Lisa DeLigori. Love all the hearts coming. Thank you so much. The owner and founder of Simple Beauty Minerals, a cleaner, more effective clean beauty brand, and a smaller, more personal beauty brand. So today's topic is all about mineral sunscreens. We'll touch a little bit on chemical sunscreens because I think it's important to know the difference. Shelly is in the house, so happy to hear it. So we're going to touch on that. It's how important it is to wear sunscreen and why. So we're just going to go through some of these things, and if you've been following along with me for a while, you are already well versed in a lot of this, but let's continue more. I have been testing different brands, so I wanted to bring those to your attention, and I'll continue to do an update with that because I enjoy the process. And let's talk about, first of all, sunscreens, chemical versus mineral. So I prefer a mineral, and here is why. Minerals are, first of all, what we know now with all the given research and information. My assessment, and many people's are in agreement, that mineral sunscreen is a safer sunscreen. So minerals are safer by nature, all right? So a mineral sunscreen, based on what we have right now, information we have right now, I feel are a little bit safer. Also, a mineral sunscreen is going to be better for sensitive skin because minerals by their nature are really soothing and healing and are excellent for sensitive skin, where some people can have reaction to a chemical sunscreen. Now, let me go over a little bit about the differences. All right, so when I say chemical, I don't like that word because everything is a chemical, including the mineral ingredients, of which there are only two, zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, which, by the way, those are the main ingredients in our mineral makeup products. In your foundation, your blushes, your birthday cake stacker. Okay, so there's two ingredients. Everything is a chemical, right? But we all understand the term chemical sunscreen. So many people, if you have any kind of reactive skin, a chemical sunscreen or a chemical ingredient may cause a reaction. So, to mineral ingredient. There's loads more chemical ingredients outside of the US. The US only, we allow fewer chemical sunscreen ingredients at this point. So if you were to go abroad, which you may not be doing right now, but if you were, or if you had been, or in the future, you will notice if you're paying attention, you notice they sell many different sunscreen brands and ingredients that we can't have here. Anyways, those are the chemical sunscreens. Here's another. Mineral sunscreen is a physical barrier. It's like when you're putting on a coat to keep warm. The minute you put your coat on, you feel warmer, hopefully. The same with a mineral-based sunscreen. It is a physical barrier. It's like putting your coat on to protect you from the elements, in this case, the sun. And it begins to work immediately. Now, a chemical sunscreen is an ingredient that has a reaction with your skin. There's a chemical reaction. And it takes about 20 minutes for it to become effective. So when you apply a chemical-based sunscreen, again, chemical, using that term, you need to wait 20 minutes before you go out in the sun because you don't have your coat on, you don't have your protective gear on, and you're not getting any protection. That's really important. Those are important distinctions, okay? Now, sunscreen effectiveness is dose dependent, which means it's only going to be effective if you apply the correct amount. And I'm going to talk more about each sunscreen in a moment. And if you use less, and I know most people are really skimpy with sunscreen usage, if you apply less, let me get one that has some still in the bottle, you won't be protected. So if it says 30 SPF and you're only using that much on your face, you're getting, I don't know, maybe 10, I'm guessing, I really don't know, but you're not getting 30 sun protection factor. Okay, so very important to use the amount that you need to. And that is about a quarter teaspoon for your face. And I like to go a little bit extra, maybe for your throat, then do another quarter teaspoon for your décolleté, hands, and how about another quarter teaspoon for your forearms? And this is what I do, okay? And now I'm actually using I'm putting sunscreen on my upper arms as well. Every year I add body parts. So 1/4 teaspoon for your face and your neck, all right? If you're not applying that much, you're not getting protection. And so dose dependent, very important to note that. Let's see, the sunscreen you wear can make or break your makeup application. So I'm going to talk about that because I'm going to go through the 6 sunscreens that I have here to discuss. Let's see, I want to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Oh, when I say it affects makeup, it affects makeup wear time and it affects makeup application. Okay, so sometimes if you've got a new sunscreen and you find your makeup's not working anymore, it could be the sunscreen. Like there's some sunscreens work better with makeup, some work fine without it. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, I posed a question into our VIP group, and that was, so what questions do you have about mineral sunscreens? And the 3 I'm going to address right now is, let's see. From Helena, is there a difference between face and body sunscreen? And I'm going to say yes, okay? Really, you can wear them either or, but a sunscreen that's designed for face is going to be more elegant in formula than a sunscreen designed for body because you're putting it on your face. It's also going to typically use more antioxidants, so antioxidant support. It's going to be a formula that is designed for your face. It's going to feel more comfortable. It's going to be better for your skin. Now, like I said, you could do the opposite. You could wear a body sunscreen on your face, it's fine, but it just may not feel as fabulous. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, Helena. And then let's see. Okay, Debbie, you asked me, you said it's recommended to reapply sunscreen throughout the day. Well, what about when we're wearing makeup? That's not very convenient. So true. Okay, here's the thing. Going back to what I stated a few moments ago, if you are using the correct dosage of sunscreen, okay, for your face and your throat, as long as you are not basking in the sun, you do not need to reapply. You've got the correct dose on. That's the key. The reason that we get recommended, that it is recommended to reapply, is that hardly anybody uses the correct dose. So if you're using the proper amount of sunscreen on your application, and then you're applying a mineral foundation with extra protection, maybe all you need to do, if you're out a lot that day, you just happen to be out a lot that day, and listen, I wear sunscreen when I'm indoors because the UV rays come through the windows, through the glass. Then maybe a reapplication of a powder is all you need. And that's not a bad idea. And Ellen, let's see, I have definitely not using enough sunscreen. Oh, up your game, Ellen. It's really, really important. Really important. Okay. And I did miss this. Skin cancer is real. You know I harp on this all the time, but I'm going to do it again. Sunscreen, 365 days a year, whether you are inside or out, and the correct dose. I'm going to add that to my little repertoire, the correct dose, because skin cancer is real. And let's all be vain a little bit. 90% of the external signs of aging are due to the sun. They are sun related. So can we be 90% less? I don't know how to say. I need to figure out how to say that. Can we feel 90% better about our external signs of aging? Yes, sunscreen. Okay? I know when I feel good, I present myself to the world better and more fully. So sunscreen helps. Okay. So let's see. And the last question that I wanted to address, Diana mentioned 2 Neutrogena products and that she was using. And I didn't get a specific question about this, Diana, but, oh, sorry, I already got Ellen's question. But you told me the products you were using. And they are both a chemical-based sunscreen. Now, I'm not dissing chemical-based sunscreens. I am just saying today's topic is more mineral based, so I'm not going to address those. That could be another topic for another day. Okay, so let's see. Here's a couple of things that oh yes, you want to make sure your sunscreen is an SPF 30 minimum. Make sure it says 30 make sure it says broad spectrum, all right? Upwards of 50 SPF, I consider unnecessary. So, you notice they are sunscreens. They used to be called sunblock, but there was a ruling, they cannot be called sunblock anymore because they don't block the sun. They are a screen, a small percentage of sun and the UV rays still get through, no matter how well you apply it. So a 30 is like a 96% coverage. You go up to a 50, it might be 97 or 98. Don't quote me. I know that you can do a Google search and you can get the exact numbers. I can't remember, but it's pretty close. Even 100 SPF is not 100% coverage. So as you go up, even SPF 50, past that, it's in a mineral-based sunscreen, the higher up in the SPF you go, the more chalky and greasy and just unpleasant the formula can get. So we're going to circle back to that comment in a bit. Okay, so there we go. I am going to go right into our sunscreen recommendations. And this is not an end-all to end-all. There are many more, and I'm going to continue to try them. And if you have a mineral-based sunscreen, I'm going to tell you how to know if it's a mineral-based as well. Please let me know, and I'm happy to check it out. Okay, we're going to go through a sunscreen breakdown. When I say 100% mineral sunscreen, this is how you know. You are going to look at the back of your sunscreen for the active ingredients. Okay, and I'm going to go through this in each of the sunscreens. So you want to look there, in a sunscreen, there will always be an active ingredient in addition to the regular ingredients. So in this one, for example, it has zinc oxide, 6.5% mineral based. And the second one is titanium dioxide, 5.5%. So it doesn't have any other active ingredients listed. That means it's 100% mineral based sunscreen. It doesn't mean those are the only ingredients, okay? But the sunscreen active ingredients are 100%. Now, you may read another, well, we'll get to that. Okay, so let's start with this one that I just happened to keep pulling up. This is Juice Beauty. I love this, and I'll tell you why. It's very wearable. I would buy it again. Elegant formula. Now I'll tell you even more why. It's an SPF 30, it's a mineral moisturizer. It has antioxidant support. There's been studies to prove that antioxidants help your skin defend itself even more. So it's nice to have a sunscreen that also has antioxidants within it. However, if you have one that doesn't have antioxidants and you are wearing a vitamin C serum or resveratrol serum, you're getting antioxidant support. So just, that's helpful. That's the same, okay? It's still good. All right, but it does have antioxidants. It's Juice Beauty. This one was 20%. And I gotta get my glasses on. That sounds high, but that's right. Okay, zinc, 20%. That's the only active ingredient. It's broad spectrum. It's reef safe. It's vegan. It's 2 ounces for $32. It's a lovely sunscreen. It has a very nice aroma. It is not fragrance free, but it is a natural based aroma. So Juice Beauty, I would recommend their sunscreens, and I'll put links to everything, and they have an array of them, okay? Tinted, non-tinted, that kind of thing. Okay, let me know if you have any questions as well, please. So that was Juice Beauty. The next one I want to go for is Unsun. Let's see, Unsun. This is mineral tinted face sunscreen. SPF 30, of course, and broad spectrum, of course. All skin types is what it says. A full skin tone range. It's tinted, antioxidant support. It's vegan. It's zinc oxide, 6.5%, titanium dioxide, 5.5%, 1.7 ounces for $29. So they're in the range of about $30 for these pure mineral-based sunscreens. Here's what I will tell you about it. It's not my favorite. It has an aroma I didn't love. Now, you might like it. It's personal, right? And there was something else I wanted to say about it. And it felt a little bit greasy. Not too bad. It had a decent dry down, meaning after about 20 minutes, it wasn't so greasy anymore. But that was just my personal take. So I probably won't buy this one again. Oh, sorry. But I do like the fact that it has a large array of tints. So you could wear it as a tinted moisturizer and for a full range of skin tones. Okay. The next one I'm going to talk about, I don't actually have the bottle anymore because I sent it to my photographer to take some photos with some other products because it has a pretty purple bottle and you know my brand is purple. So I don't have it, but I will list it up in the comments. Acure, and it is called Acure Radically Rejuvenating SPF Day Cream, and I love, love, love this one. It's very wearable. It's a really lovely, elegant formula. Helena, you have a question. Do you think the tint helps with the white cast? Depends on the formula. I have had some that still leave a white cast even with the tint. And I'm going to tell you as we go through, none of these so far have left any white casts. But I will tell you, I have tested some that have, of course. So we'll talk more about that. Okay, Acure. Broad spectrum, vegan, SPF 30, antioxidant support, zinc oxide 15.50%. 1.7 ounces for $19. Is that right? That's a really good price. Yes. Okay. I went directly to a Acure website. Anyways, so no white cast with the Acure, very lovely formula, nice dry down so I could apply it with makeup. So far, the three that I have talked about, the Juice Beauty, the Unsun, and the Acure, were really good with makeup application. I could wear my liquid formula or I could wear my powder formula. They were both great. My concealer, oftentimes some sunscreens will make when I put concealer on afterwards, will make my my concealer like bunch up. I don't like that, but none of these did. So I would definitely buy Acure again, and I recommend it. Okay, you will pay a bit more for a more elegant product. Just know that. Typically, there's always exceptions. They are less chalky, less greasy. They have a better dry down. They have better spreadability. They wear better under makeup. Okay, now I'm going to go to the drugstore because there's some fine products at the drugstore. CeraVe is a good brand. It has some good backup ingredients, hydrating, healing ingredients. We're going to talk about that. This is let's do this. I know this helps. There. CeraVe Hydrating Sunscreen, SPF 50, broad spectrum, fragrance free, so that's good. Good ingredient deck, as I was speaking about, hyaluronic acid for moisture, niacinamide to calm and soothe, it's got ceramides, all skin types it's recommended for. Titanium dioxide, 9%, zinc oxide, 7%, pure mineral sunscreen. 2.5 ounces for $14, so less expensive. I won't buy it again. Here's why. Thick, greasy, and chalky, not very wearable. It could be for days when it's 50. It's a 50 sunscreen, SPF. So that's good for those days when I'm going to be out in the sun a little bit more and I'm not wearing makeup, or maybe on my arms or my legs. I just did not enjoy it. I ended up just putting it on my arms because I couldn't wear it under makeup. Other than that, it's a good product, but what can I say? I won't buy it again. Okay, too bad though. CeraVe is a good product and it's a good price. Okay, the higher the SPF in a mineral formula, the more likely it is to be thick and chalky. So that's something to think about. All right, next one is also CeraVe. So I had the 50, so I thought, well, I'm gonna try the 30. Let's see if I can get that closer. Okay, so this is the CeraVe Hydrating Sunscreen Sheer Tint, SPF 30, broad spectrum, fragrance free, titanium dioxide 5.5% and zinc oxide 10%, so pure mineral sunscreen, 1.7 ounces for $14. A little bit more expensive. It's a smaller tube than the 50, but it's still a great price. Okay, I'm not buying it again. I haven't even finished it. I'm moving on to another one. It's I'll probably put it on my arms. It's greasy. I'm gonna get some out. The other ones were empty, I used them all up. I should have saved some for demonstrations like this. Oh, let's do this. Okay, and that would be what I would use on my entire face, a little bit on my neck, and I would add more than for my throat. For my chest. Oh, I'm missing comments. This is good. Let's see. I'm gonna scroll. Sorry. Debbie, Goddess Garden SPF 50 ingredient zinc 20%. Excellent. So I've tried Goddess Garden, but only one, and it was too chalky and whitish cast for me. But there's different ones, right? So there might be one that was better. How do you like it, Debbie? What did you think? Greasy. It does not dry down. It's just, and it feels really good when you're applying it, and the tint was nice. Ugh, I just didn't like it. Thick, chalky, greasy, no dry down. Oh, it just was hard to apply makeup with it afterwards. It was just really hard to, and I couldn't get my concealer on unless I waited a really long time and then powdered, and I was, so I wouldn't buy it again. Too bad. And my last one, and if you've been following me around for a while, you know this is one of my all-time favorites. And I am introducing a combination mineral and chemical sunscreen. These can be lovely because adding a chemical sunscreen element into it really creates that elegant feel. It's just easier to do with a chemical sunscreen ingredient. Okay, so this is called PCA Hydrator Plus SPF 30. It is one of my favorites. It's easy to wear. Any makeup can wear. It works great and can be worn with it. It's broad spectrum. This particular formula is excellent. Thanks, Karina. I'll talk to you. What was I going to say? This particular form is excellent for dry skin. Debbie, mediocre like minerals and organic aloe and coconut. However, agree on chalky comments. Okay, yeah, good for body. So I would use that for body, right? Arms, legs, don't toss it. It's a good brand, but use it for your body. It's just it doesn't feel good on the face, right? But back to this particular formula is for dry skin, however, which I have, although it's managed, so it never feels dry, which is our goal. However, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, however, they have many other formulas for every other skin type. So full range of sunscreen. They are big on sunscreen. They care very much about skin cancer. Okay, antioxidant support, reef safe. The chemical sunscreens, active ingredients that they're using. Patsy, love the PCA. You recommended it last year and I've stayed with it since. Excellent. I would love to remind you that when you do go back to purchase it, if you could go back to my, Polly, you use that one too and I like it. I know, it is a no-brainer. If you all could definitely go to my Clean Beauty Additional Recommended Products page that's at the footer of the website at simplebeautyminerals.com and use my links, I would be grateful. Doesn't cost you any more, but I get a little bit in terms of, helping me to do more research for you. Oh yes, I was on the chemical ingredients. I'm not going to say these right. I'm going to butcher them, so don't laugh at me. Patsy, thank you so much. Octacylate, 4.9%. Octacrylene, 9.5%. Zinc oxide, 5.4%. It is 1.7 ounces for $44. So it is a bit higher, but I think many of you would agree it's worth the price. If you can manage the price, this is a good one, but combination mineral and chemical. So that's what I had for you today in terms of our roundup and mineral sunscreen information. I will continue to pop in and do these, I don't know, once a year, every other year, I don't know, as I try new sunscreens. This is my favorite, but I'm always trying new ones. And then if I don't love them, they get relegated to my arms. So there you go. All right. Always appreciate any other recommendations you have, questions, comments. So, let's see. Ellen, you're asking, why are mineral sunscreens so expensive? So, you know what? I think I don't have a direct answer for you at the moment. I would say that they're not. I'm looking at the CeraVe. These were in the $14 ballpark. So you can definitely get mineral sunscreens that aren't that expensive. However, when you want a mineral sunscreen, and who doesn't, that needs to be an elegant formula, you know, appealing and wearable and works with makeup, then I think it takes more to formulate that. There's a little more work involved than there is with a simple, pure mineral sunscreen that's not so wearable. That was fun. I love talking about sunscreens. Absolutely love it. If you're watching on Facebook, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like and the follow and then get notifications. So if this video also gets edited and reformatted and put onto YouTube, I have a YouTube channel, Simple Beauty Minerals. Please go ahead and subscribe to that.